right, so I wasn't going to make a video. I was going to take Wednesday off, and I probably should. I mean, I'm really just, not feeling too great. I'm getting a little bit better, but definitely starting to feel the effects of, dealing with the flu. So, okay, let's get into it, because I don't know when to quit, I guess. I know a lot of people are really concerned about the Saints game. They really, like, a lot of Rams fans are really thinking this is like going to be a disaster. It's going to be the oh no game on Thursday Night Football. I can't guarantee anything because the NFL exists and things can happen. We've seen the officials in week 3 against the Bengals on primetime take away 2 touchdowns blatantly right in front of us. We've seen a football go 2 yards forward after it literally went 2 yards behind the first down in the Steelers game. We saw a block in the back on the final play of the game to seal it for the Ravens. We've seen stuff all year, right? Including the gifted pass interference call in week 2 that put the 49ers right before the half, right at the goal line. I get it. But at the same time, this Rams team is one of the best 4 teams in football currently. I don't really care about the record. The record doesn't matter. If they make the playoffs, it doesn't matter. Right now, what they are is a 4-1 football team over the last 5. Their only loss is against the Super Bowl caliber team in the Ravens on the road, freezing cold, pouring rain, and of course, like the wind blowing crazy. This is a really good football team right now. Okay, I feel really good about this game. I'm going to get into why. Before I do, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan. So let's dive in. Let's start with the signal caller himself, Derek Carr, number 4. Last year, he went to SoFi Stadium and lost the game 17-16. Baker Mayfield, game-winning touchdown, went 90 yards to score the game-winning touchdown through a beautiful pass to Van Jefferson. After that, of course, Taylor Rapp came down with a game-sealing interception on Derek Carr, which was his 7th in his 3 games against the Rams. But even more so, Derek Carr versus the Rams in his career is 0-3. He's been outscored 102-29, including a 52-0 beatdown in his rookie season. He has thrown for 613 yards, no touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a 52 passer rating. So why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this to give you some peace of mind. We got to enjoy this, man. You got to enjoy this. There's a reason why I didn't want this team to tank. It's not just because I thought they were a playoff team. It's also way more fun to talk about a team that's competitive. And that's what the Rams are. But even more than that. Anyway, the comparison between the two teams, and besides that, Derek Carr just not playing well against the Rams. Comparison between the two teams. Oh, by the way, the Rams only sacked Derek Carr 4 times. So even if they can't get pressure on him, for whatever reason, Carr has struggled against this team. Whether they were in St. Louis or LA or it was in Oakland, he has struggled. So the Rams have won 4 of their last 5 games. They have a strength of schedule of 531, a strength of victory of 306, and of course, 531, a strength of victory of 418, and they play in the NFC West. So tougher schedule. They're 4-1 the NFC West. They've been really good this year in that tough division. Obviously, Seattle is vying to try to be that 3rd team in the NFC West to go to the playoffs. And the Saints have won 2 of their last 5. They have a 418 strength of schedule. They have a 306 strength of victory, and they play in the NFC South. The Saints are 26th against tight ends, so we could see Tyler Higbee or Davis Allen have a decent game. However, what I'm focusing in on is that run defense. They're 24th in run defense. They are really just struggling, to say the least, against running backs this year. And, I'll just say this right now. Kyren Williams was not utilized anywhere near as much as he should have been in that first primetime game against the Bengals. Okay? He just wasn't. And this is somebody who is the engine to the offense. So I'm hoping that the Rams are finally going to use him consistently, right? So interesting little thing from Real Deal Fantasy as I try to bring it up right now. I totally lost it. I had it. Now it's gone. I thought it was really interesting because he broke it down in a way that I thought really told a good story as far as how the Rams come into this game and how they stack up against the Saints. And here's the deal, okay? When you look at this Rams offense, you look at Kyren Williams. He's averaging the most rushing yards since week 12, his return back from the high ankle sprain. He has the second most fantasy points behind Christian McCaffrey, if you're into that. He's run more routes than any running back in that time, 100. He has 6 red zone targets, which is the most of any running back, and has a 16% target share. This is Laquan Jones, my guy who's at Real Deal Fantasy on Twitter if you want to check it out. The Saints have allowed the second most rushing yards in the last 4 games. 5 yards per carry allowed, most rushes of 10-plus yards allowed, and 5th in missed tackles. So here's the deal, folks. This team is really struggling against the run. They're giving up those 10-plus yard plays. That's not ideal if you're going up against Kyren Williams, okay? I think we could all agree that's far from ideal if you're going up against a running back like Kyren Williams. I mean, he's just absolutely killing it in those explosive runs. I don't think people realize like what this could mean. Now, I have 24-13 being the game. I've said, though, if the Rams blow out the Saints, I won't be surprised. So 24th in terms of run defense this year, the Saints are. They're really struggling as of late. The last 3 games. Here's the deal, though. The thing about the Saints is that they're 6th in the pass against the pass defense. And that's kind of their calling card, allowing the second fewest passing yards over the last 3 games. So the question is, at that point, you start to wonder, how good is this secondary? And the reason you wonder that is because the best 5 quarterbacks the Saints have played against, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, and Jordan Love, all 5 of those games, they lost. All 5. Here are the quarterbacks that the Saints have beaten. Ryan Tannehill, who has not started in weeks, I don't know if he'll start this week or not, threw 3 picks against the Saints. Not long after, Malik Willis, Will Levis kind of took over. Bryce Young, twice. A rookie quarterback who I thought had a ton of coaching. I thought was in a great environment. Doesn't appear so. They've won 2 games all year. Mac Jones. He got benched for Bailey Zappi. That Mac Jones. Gardner Minshew is the best quarterback that they've beaten. A backup quarterback that did not win the starting job. Lost it to the supposed, super raw quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Then got it when he went down with an injury. Minshew's played well, but that's the best quarterback they've beaten. Tyson Bagent, nothing like winning a 1-possession game to Tyson Bagent, who threw 3 picks. Have to imagine if Justin Fields played, they don't win that game. And lastly, Tommy DeVito, 24-6 last week at home. DeVito at home, when he's at MetLife, looks like a different animal. Defense looks like a different animal. They only had 2 pressures last week on the Saints. Saints will have Ryan Ramczyk, who is their starting right tackle. Kind of a big loss there. They will get Chris Olave back. But make no mistake about it. The Rams are the better team. There's no excuse for them to lose this game. Sure, it's a short week, but I'll tell you right now, I can already see that they were looking ahead to this game. You have 2 games in 5 days. They were looking ahead during that Washington game. That's why Aaron Donald didn't play 70 snaps. It's why Ahkello Witherspoon was taken out. It's why other guys were taken out. And I'm sure it's why Carson Wentz was probably about to come back into the game, or come into the game, rather, if they didn't blow that lead. They blew the lead because key guys were out of the game. So, guys, I'm not worried. And I don't control it. And I understand there are a lot of people that are very superstitious. Regardless of what happens on Thursday, I have nothing to do with it. I'm in upstate New York. I am across the country. Nothing I do is going to affect how the Rams play on Thursday night. If you think otherwise, that's your prerogative. But my point in making this video is to show you right now, if I didn't put it clear in 2 of the last 2 podcast episodes I did for Believe in Rams and for Downtown Rams, the Rams have no business losing this game. The Saints are 7-7 with a easy schedule. But when push came to shove, Their 5 best quarterbacks they faced, they lost. Jordan Love did not play great. They lost. Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence. They might not have gone off, so to speak, but Stafford doesn't have to go off. Just has to get the win. And right now, last 4 games are any indication, Stafford's top 5 in just about every quarterback metric. So that's where we're at right now. Hope you enjoy this, folks. I hope this helped you out. I hope this gave you some peace of mind. How does tomorrow go? I have no idea. After the game, Bleacher Report Live, which I did sign on to do, so a little different. You'll have to hang out, wait a little bit. Then I'll do, JE Live. Call-ins, I don't know. I'm going to have some people call in. I'm going to bring some people on. I won't be able to get through everybody. I'm just telling you that right now. This game's going to end close to midnight. And realistically, I'm not trying to be on, the call-ins and be live for 3 hours and end it around 3 a.m. Doesn't make any sense. And it's just not smart, the position I'm in right now, how sick I've been. So I got to take care of myself somewhat. So that won't be the case. But I will have some people call in. Just all I can say is stick with me. Going to be on Bleacher Report. Head on over to the Bleacher Report app tomorrow after the game. That will be the first live stream. That'll be around 20 to 25 minutes. Afterwards, I'll hop on YouTube and we'll do our show there. Likely going to be an hour and a half. Maybe it's an hour. Maybe it's less. I'm going to try to do what I can. This is asking a lot from me. I'm not trying to kill my body here, but, I like to try to fight through it and give you guys the best quality content I can. But clearly you guys can tell I'm not feeling 100%. So with that said, appreciate you guys hanging out here, as always, on the channel, checking out the shows, the new subscribers, man. Appreciate you guys throwing a lot of love Alexis's way. I can tell you right now that made her day. So, the new subscribers, you guys are awesome. The old subscribers, you guys are awesome. Keep it up. And let's enjoy tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. It's a showcase game for Kyren Williams. It's a showcase game for the Rams. Why do you think a lot of people are sleeping on this team? I'll tell you. They're not on national television, okay? Last time anyone saw this team, they lost by, a few points to the Bengals on the road. Neither team scored 20 points in that game. Rams didn't look like anything to drive home about, right? So now this is their opportunity. In front of the world, at home, SoFi finale. They're not playing another game at SoFi until 2024, regardless of what happens. So when you think about that, a lot on the line. I'm excited for it. Can't wait for it. This should feel like a playoff game, although I think the Rams are the better team. Still, the implications of winning and losing this game are massive either way. The Rams win this game, goes up to 73% likely of making the playoffs. If they lose the game, then it goes down to 11% likely. The max they can do right now with a loss to the Saints is have a 75% chance of making the playoffs if they win out, depending on, not depending on whoever wins and loses, just them. However, if they win this game and lose, say, the Giants or the 49ers game, they have still a 90+% chance of making the playoffs. So send this to somebody that feels they need to be talked off a ledge. They feel as though the Rams are in trouble this week. Oh, by the way, I've said this on a show already. The home team on a Thursday in December, going back to 1980, has won 40 out of the last 65 games. And the reason I say the last 65 games is because that's it. The first ever Thursday game was in 1980, and they've won 40 out of 65 games all time. Rams have a lot of numbers on their side. Sean McVay's 5-2 in Thursday night games. Sean McVay is 3-1 at home in those games. There's no excuse. Go get it done, and I expect they will. You can follow me at JK Bogan if you want to stay in touch throughout this week and everything, and follow along. I'm constantly putting up stats there, as well as TikTok and so forth. So all social media, JK Bogan. But I'll see you guys soon. If I don't see you tomorrow, you guys enjoy the game, and maybe we'll have a surprise live stream on Friday. I don't know. I have no idea. But appreciate you guys as always for the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Later, folks.
Start playing Pick'em or Weekly Fantasy for any sport today, Jake. Users will receive a 100% deposit match up to $100 if they use promo code OTE at sign up. Start playing Pick'em and Weekly Fantasy Football today with Underdog Fantasy.
Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.